And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
3-yard line.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Fournette, the ball carrier.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The tackle by Quan Alexander. It's a gain of a yard. And this is 3rd down.
Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, flying like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Here like I ain't that savage.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Stanford. The catch made by Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To throw on 2nd down. Stanford quickly to Gronkowski. That's Kahn. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, Stanford. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
33-yard line.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the... receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you?
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
First down, Buccaneers.
No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Off play action. Stanford. That's caught by Howard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Under 10, 11, 11.
Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Garoppolo's pass.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. They find some open field here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
2nd and 5. at the 16-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Coleman. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And 7.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
White. 21. Safety's creeping.
To throw is Garoppolo. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk there to make the grab, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually...
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Here we go. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Garoppolo, quick throw out to Ayuk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Garoppolo on 1st down. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Rodney Anderson. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 6-yard line.
Here's Coleman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that
Here we go. 11.
It's Coleman here. into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did.
Ball carrier.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
On the play.
So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14. Buccaneers nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. On the run, it's Fournette. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout.
4 yards.
As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really isn't.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A sizable gain there of 9 yards, but it's still 3rd and long.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 13.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. The rookie from Vanderbilt, Keyshawn Vaughn. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Stanford. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski.
Stanford's pass.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Stanford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Going up top for Miller. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Coleman now. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He's just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Open man is heard. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Coleman. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Is good. Makes the score Niners 21. Buccaneers nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And a Buccaneer 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get this. Mike, check. 59.
Now Fournette. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
On the carry.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Mike 5'9". Pick it up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanford. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Stanford, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.